You're listening to the Turi Ryder's She Said What podcast. I'm Turi, along with Marcy Persky. There are a lot of things that are supposed to make your life easier. In this installment, we blow a few of those myths right across the room. And speaking of things across the room, could you live on what's in your pantry? And would anybody dare to sneak his things into your closet? I figured out how I ripped up my rotator cuff. I had no idea before, but now I think I know.
What? Playing tetherball, right?
No, that's your goats. The goats played tetherball. No, I think I ripped it up trying to put a sports bra on when I wasn't completely dry. Have you ever tried to put a sports bra on when you're you've toweled but you're not completely dry?
I can't put them on at all because they get all scrunched up in the back, and I can't unscrunch them. Like they get all twisted. They go over your head.
Yeah, that's the sports bra. And it occurs to me that it's a complete oxymoron, this sports bra, because the only way you can actually put on a sports bra is if you're not playing any sports.
Or unless you've got really long arms. That's my problem, is that I can't reach back there to undo whatever you call it.
Maybe it's a lesbian plot. It's a lesbian plot.
Blame the lesbians.
Yeah, only people in the locker room, which so far is still women in Chicago, in the women's locker room so far, or people who identify as women. It's okay with me. You put on the skirt, you're committed. But if other than that, I mean, every time now I've been swimming back in the pool this week, and the only way that I can put on the sports bra is to just rip my shoulder some more. So
that could possibly have been it.
I think that's what happened.
I've been able to wear one since my 150th wrist surgery, just because I can't. My left arm, I think, is shorter than my right arm. I don't know.
So
I can't
awful.
reach it.
It's so awful. They
It
make
takes
this
40
thing.
minutes.
They make this thing that's supposed to make your life easier, and all it does is torture you and injure you and make your life harder. And now I'm thinking about a million other things. Okay, not a million, but I can think of a few other things that were supposed to make my life easier that have made it exactly the opposite.
Let me ask you one question first.
Yes.
Are you going anywhere
Right now,
today?
I'm done going places today.
Then why are you even worrying about a bra?
Well, I had to get from the pool to the market. Not comfortable. So I'm working on my
Here's the
list of other
question.
things that are supposed to make my life more I really, really, really loved the idea of the olive oil sprayer. It was supposed to make my life easier. And it's kind of a roulette thing. Sometimes it does. Sometimes you build up the pressure in the olive oil sprayer and it sprays just the way it's supposed to. And it makes your air fryer fries just perfect with no oil. And then sometimes it just goes with the olive oil all over your hand, the counter, the bowl of stuff. And you have to decide, like, is this really making my life easier? And you're pumping the thing and it's going.
I can't really say I've ever even seen one, let alone used one.
They look like a marital aid, actually, a little bit, only with a different shape at the end.
I just like, put the oil on as it comes out in a little drips,
Yeah.
and then take my hand.
And mush it,
Yeah.
toss it. That's how I
'cause
used
it's
to do
frozen
it.
anyway,
Yeah.
unless you're making fresh French fries,
Well,
in which case
yeah,
you
we do.
should go to the hospital and check in.
No, we make the fresh ones. That's what the air fryer's for. But again, a device that is supposed to make my life a lot easier that has not made my life easier. I've got others. I've got a purse that was supposed to hold, a wallet that was supposed to hold all my credit cards, that every time you'd open the wallet, it would slingshot your credit cards right across the room. You'd open it up and be like, woo, shower of credit cards. And you'd spend 5 minutes like, excuse me, sorry. And people behind you in line, you're like, sorry, so sorry, so sorry. And I got other things. It wasn't even just a wallet. I bought it because it was a credit card organizer. But if you didn't open it at exactly the right angle, it was a credit card dumper.
I enjoy the hunt for the credit card.
You like that?
Well, no, it's just that I have so many different cards
Mm,
and doubles of some
mm,
that I stand there and hold up the grocery line
hmm.
for
Yeah,
like at least 7 minutes going through all the cards, going not this one, not this one, not this one,
yeah,
not this one,
yeah. I know
because
that
I
drill.
just keep them smushed up. We got this
Yes.
newfangled hair dryer,
Oh.
right? And because, well, I have very unruly hair,
Hmm.
and the youngest child at the time had long hair,
Hmm.
and it just takes forever. So I bought it used, and it was still expensive used. And my hair turns out really nice, but the thing weighs about 600 pounds. I have to use two hands
Yeah.
to blow dry my
See,
hair.
there's a thing that's supposed to make your life easier, and it has, well, in
Oh,
your case, arguably mixed effects.
yes, it does. My hair looks great, but it's I have to sit and hold ice on both arms after.
Oh, God.
That's how heavy it is.
Yeah. It's getting to the point where every time I see you know, simplify in an advert for something or organize, any of that, I just am like, no, no, thank you. And then the final indignity, the ultimate indignity is an app. You're like, get our app. I don't want
Yeah.
your freaking app. Every time now, I'm starting to choose my doctors by, do they make you download an app? Physical therapy wants you to download an app. The bone doctor wants you to download an app. I'm going to call them up and I'm going to say, look, you want me to pay my bill? Send me a bill. Don't make me
Well,
download an app.
more than bills,
Mm.
I worry about someone who's probably already spying on my phone, getting a hold of all my medical records,
And for what reason?
so they can charge me more for insurance. I don't
Ah,
know.
I see.
I
Okay.
don't know.
Like, what are they going to
I told
do?
you they listen to everything.
I see. I thought you were worried that they were going to somehow blackmail you for not being in perfect health. I'm like, what news would that be?
I am in perfect health.
Of course you are, according to the new doctor, to
Yes.
replace the old doctor, because the old doctor told you were in perfect health and you got so panicked at the idea that for the first time in your life you're in
Yeah.
perfectly good health. You
Oh,
fired the doctor for telling you good news.
I need to start asking for credentials. What I
What?
need to do. I don't remember seeing any framed, you know, I graduated from the Bahamas or wherever kind of sign anywhere.
Well, I just learned the hard way that even with the fancy credentials, they may not be any good at all. In fact, sometimes with the fancy credentials, their ego is like a Macy's Thanksgiving Day balloon. Huge.
I love nurse practitioners. They're not as arrogant as doctors, but as far as just like regular health goes, I'm on the nurse practitioner side.
Okay. Well, we're one in column A and one in column B.
Yep.
Yeah. Then there was the doctor who I saw who said, and the next time you'll see the nurse practitioner. And I said, no, the next time I'll see another doctor. I'm kind of uppity that way.
You are uppity.
I am uppity.
That's a bad word. Uppity.
No, not to me. Not to me.
That's a bad word.
Says who?
Says me on the mountain, sitting in my room with all my husband's dressers and clothes because there's no room in my room for his stuff.
Yeah,
So I guess that's a little uppity.
yeah, because you're uppity. I was just going to say, how much more uppity could you get? I've banished my husband's clothes to a hallway closet. I think that's right and fair.
That's really uppity. At least I gave Frankie a room.
No, my clothes are in 2-room closets. So his are in the hall.
Mine are in 2 rooms.
If he doesn't like that, I'll get him a duffel bag and he can stuff everything in there. According to him, it's all painting shirts anyway. So
You're shaming me now.
why? Your husband has a better deal than mine, and you're
I
ashamed?
know. Well, yeah, I need a 3rd room.
Well,
No, it's shaming me because I have 2 rooms and he only has 1. But there's stuff piled everywhere in here. I mean, everywhere. And it's not just clothes. So that's all I have to say.
are you hoarding bottled gravy again?
No, that would be in the pantry. No, in here
But the pantry
I'm
was in a
seeing like
bedroom. The pantry was in the bedroom when I was there.
there are yeah, it still is.
Oh,
It's the same. The guest bedroom and the pantry are
oh,
one and the same.
got it.
And if anybody wants any jars of gravy or any packages of Lipton dry soup,
You
it's
have
all back
those.
there.
You have those. Yeah.
But no, in here I'm looking at like plumbing pieces,
Oh,
giant air conditioner, whatever you call them, the
parts,
stretchy that looks like an
covers.
accordion.
Yeah. Oh, filters.
No, no, not a
Oh, the things
filter.
that set the air conditioner in the window. I don't
Yeah,
know what those things are called. Spacers,
this.
maybe? No,
They're they're everywhere.
I just had a
Right.
thought about
Yeah.
your pantry bedroom. You know, it's a war. We have a war going on. And whenever this country has a war going on, even if they're not calling it a war going on, seems to me if you're sinking people's ships
And killing people.
and bombing people, and I mean, I don't know what you call that. What do they call it? A conflict mission or something? Anyway, whatever the heck that is that they're not calling a war, that I'm calling a war, no
It's
matter how you feel about it.
Operation Epic something.
Fury.
Yeah,
I,
Epic
which,
Fury.
yeah, that's peace loving right there. So, but this
Anyway,
is not a political show, so we're
my
not going
pantry.
not going to go into it. The pantry. So every time there's a war on, I think, okay, well, if everything goes south and I need provisions, what do I have? And I wondered at your house, like exactly how long it would take if you couldn't get off the mountain or out of your place. How long would it take before you had to live on that bottled gravy? And could you?
Actually, I don't have a single one in the house right now.
What?
No.
You better
I
load
have
up.
some packets.
That's just salt, but you need to have.
No, I don't have any.
Oh,
I'll tell you what we could live off
what
of.
kind of survivalist are you?
Here's what we're stacked up with. Peanut butter cheese crackers
Mm.
and toilet paper.
Well, the toilet paper I would welcome in a long
Yeah,
hoarding
well,
situation, but
I just did my big shopping.
the best thing about the peanut butter cheese cracker, which I
Yeah.
don't eat,
I
but
know you're gonna be uppity about this again.
again,
I love them. You're uppity about everything today. But just keep going.
the thing about the peanut butter cheese cracker, I believe I had one once, and we're all together. You can't. So I would. You
Well,
can't.
you have to have a drink with it.
But if you're a survivalist, you have to figure out where that drink's coming from, where your next drink is coming from. So I would use the peanut butter cracker if I were stuck in a bomb shelter. I would share those with people I was sick of talking to.
Oh, see, now you bring up bomb shelter.
Yeah. You don't need one.
Yes.
You're on a mountain in the middle of nowhere. No
My
one's bothering
child,
you.
oh, she wants us to make a bomb shelter. And that's all she's been talking about for the last 2 weeks. And I keep telling her, if there's going to be a nuclear war, then everything will just be covered with radiation no matter where you live. It would be like the movies. What do they call it? Nuclear winter,
Yes.
where you can't breathe anyway. I said, in that case, I would just drink the jars of gravy.
Just think of it. Your
Lay
last
down
meal
in
can
bed.
be canned turkey gravy and peanut butter crackers. What a way to go.
With toilet paper.
Like, you don't want to eat that.
No,
No.
but I could wrap myself in it, I guess, if I wanted to be anonymous. They would, if I wanted the next civilization to think that I was an Egyptian mummy.
That's nice. You can be a historically useful casualty.
Thanks for listening to the Turi Ryder's She Said What podcast. And if you've made it this far, we're guessing you liked it. So please recommend it to your friends and check out my book, She Said What? A Life on the Air. You can get it at your neighborhood independent bookstore or that website that sells everything.